Trona was the first place that we came camping with our GFC when we got it a couple years ago. So that's pertinent because we're actually selling the GFC. Hey, welcome back to another video. We're heading out to Death Valley for a few days. We're on our way up to the Big Pine area. We're with our buddies Johnny and Justine and their sick Tacoma. Thanks for checking out the video, and we'll see you in a few. Just got to the trailhead. This is Johnny. He's got the Tacoma, like I was saying, with the GFC on it. Out here in Inyo National Forest area. Oh, and their pup Archie. How old is he?
He's 5 months.
So he's going to be hanging out on this trip with us. So we're airing down, and we got the Sierras back there, which look just insane right now. Johnny did all the route planning. What was the total route? Like, there was a pretty good distance you planned out.
266 miles.
Get on the trail.
Let's get this party started. Been on the trail a few minutes here, just came across a truck coming out and said that this pass that we're coming up to is going to be impassable with so much snow. So we're going to continue on. Our trucks are a little bit more built than his, so we'll see if we can do it. If not, we'll have to figure out plan B. So far it's awesome. Still tons of snow in the area. Right down here in the valley floor it's dry, but we're heading up. Slushy. Yeah. We're gonna try my truck, see if it makes any difference, the weight. We're both re-geared, we both have rear lockers. Not very hopeful that it's gonna make a massive difference, but this snow is like a slushy. So we'll see if we can make it over this. Oh man. Archie, is that the snow? Archie. First time seeing the snow, huh? Yeah. First time.
Oh, you're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat the snow? It's going real slow, but I'm making it. I'm probably 100 yards from the last video clip I just filmed. Going super slow, 4 low, locked, and the weight of the truck is just kind of packing the snow down. Johnny's stuck right here. So we're gonna just hook up a standard tow strap with my Deadman's soft shackle and just try and tug him forward a little bit so we can get in the tracks I made. I made it quite a ways up there around the corner, but it's getting deep, so I don't know if we're turning around yet or what. We'll figure that out in a minute. Is that enough?
That should be good.
I feel like deja vu. Just did that snow recovery video if you haven't seen it yet, but hooking up straps to get out of the snow. There's big trees along the whole thing. But that's
like I said, I'm down to do that too, man.
That's a couple hours of work.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to try it like one time and just see?
Yeah, let's go up there. I at least want you to see it.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's it. We're calling it quits. We just keep getting stuck again and only making it like 2 feet at a time. Oh, it's still pretty deep, even down here on this flat section. But that uphill in a couple feet of snow, it was just wasn't going anywhere. It's not worth the time, the effort, the risk. no cell service, so we're heading back out and we'll find a different route. We're cutting around the end of the mountain range here, and we're gonna drop into the valley over here. All right, just got to camp. We're all set up. It's 7 o'clock. We're pretty exhausted after all that driving today, so I think it's time for dinner.
I'm pretty tired, so we're just gonna do a simple taco skillet. I think we've made it in a video before. It's just ground turkey and bell peppers, onions, jalapeno, some salsa.
Just quick, something.
Maybe some spinach. We're just flying around.
Something's just almost hit us. Some sort of winged animal.
This is our favorite taco seasoning ever. We use it all the time on regular tacos and then on skillets and stuff. It's so good. So this is the last step. You just top it with some cheese and let it melt, and then you're good to go. Probably the easiest camping meal that we do out here, besides like hamburgers and hot dogs.
Hey, good morning. Just had some coffee. We're packing up the truck. Not hanging out here very long. We're gonna head down the trail to a hot spring, and then we're gonna check out Lippincott Trail, Tea Kettle Junction, and Race Track Playa. As long as Lippincott Trail didn't get rained out by all the recent rains. So we'll head down that way, check it out, and see where we go from there.
I'm gonna squeeze right here. Might just hop out real quick and scout it.
So our first area, kind of rocky, tight canyon section. So we both jumped out. What do you think of it?
Pretty sick. Looks a little technical. Got ourselves into some fun today, looks like already. Yeah.
So we got to come up this little rock kind of ledge here. Ooh, and then it gets, there's another squeeze up here. Somebody's already stacked up quite a bit of stuff. All right, this could be fun.
Nicely done, mate. Ain't nothing to it.
At all.
Yeah, that was fine.
All right, just finished up that somewhat technical section. Pretty fun.
Pretty neat little canyon.
Johnny's talking on the radio. Yes, this is a neat little canyon. We got kind of close to your door, huh?
Kind of close. It was kind of scary looking out the window. It's just right there, but
Yeah, it was like
fine.
6 inches from our door. Did the snow stuff with the locker and re-gearing, but this is the first kind of rocky stuff I've done. And it just makes such a massive difference. I'm still shocked every time how big of a difference it actually makes. So we're going to continue down the trail for a little while. If we find something cool, I'll show you that, of course. Looks like we got more mountains off to the left with snow on the top. Just so odd to have down here on the floor of Death Valley, kind of, and then surrounded by mountains with snow on it. It's really cool. Just didn't necessarily expect that. So we'll see you down the trail. We had to stop for this view. We're on Steel Pass, making our way to the hot springs, Eureka Dunes, is behind us. We're heading to Saline Valley here. But this notch in the mountains right here is giving us this unbelievable view of the Sierra. It's so cool to have the Joshua trees down here on the desert floor and the Sierras that are just packed with snow all in the same view and the same photo. So we're hanging out here for a minute, checking it out, and then we'll get back on the trail. All right, just made it to Saline Valley Hot Springs. We're stopping for some lunch. Just some simple stuff, turkey cheese and
Chicharrones.
chicharrones. Spicy chicharrones or no?
They're
Regular.
classic chili and sea salt.
Chili and sea salt chicharrones. So hanging out here, weather's great. We got some nakedness going on over in the hot springs.
Yeah, I had to face the other way because it was ruining my appetite.
Yeah, there was something hanging down over there that we didn't care
A
to
little
see.
too far.
We didn't care to see while we're trying to eat.
No.
Johnny's over here making his lunch. Johnny, what's for lunch today?
Something super easy and really delicious. Buffalo style chicken mac and cheese.
Mountain house stuff. That trail was pretty aggressive. That rock.
Yeah, it was. I think I screwed up my alignment again, which is awesome. But yeah, a lot more rough than I think we both anticipated, but it seems like it's pretty smooth sailing from here on out to Lippincott.
And then I hit something pretty good as well coming down that. I can't really find what it was. There was a huge smash of rock into metal somewhere, but I got into the truck, everything's attached, no major gouges, so I'm not really sure what it was. But maybe once we wash the truck, we'll find it.
Yeah.
But everything's working so far. So yeah, lunch break, and then if there's anything cool to show you here that's legal to show on YouTube,
Yeah.
we'll make sure to film it. But otherwise, we'll be pushing through after lunch and doing Lippincott up towards Tea Kettle Junction. That thing was tight on there. Getting low, at least on my truck. Johnny still has like a half a tank. I'm down to a quarter tank. And we're still a ways away. We aren't gonna be able to fill up till stovepipe. Is that what it's called, Johnny?
Yeah, stovepipe wells.
So I'm gonna throw 5 gallons in now. See how far that gets me. See if I need to use the other 5 or if maybe if Johnny needs the other 5. Hey, Johnny 5.
Johnny 5, there you go.
I'm sure you've heard that a couple times.
Millions.
Millions of times.
Yo, y'all are missing out.
How'd that go?
That was freaking awesome. You guys are missing out
Wow.
big time though. That was sick.
Was it pretty warm?
Dude, it felt so good in there. I really wanted to stay in there longer. It was awesome.
We just started up Lippincott Trail. We're only about 2 switchbacks up and it's already a pretty steep drop off. So now we'll make our way 4 or 5 miles up this. We're out here at the racetrack. This is the weirdest spot on the surface.
It's so weird. It's like another planet. And it's super spongy when you walk. It's kind of fun. It's so flat. It's crazy.
It's crazy flat. I guess it went years without knowing like how these rocks moved across this valley. But we were just reading the sign about it, and I guess the ice sheets freeze in the winter when there's water on here, and then the wind blows the ice sheet and basically just drags the rock along, and then obviously the ice and water evaporate, and then it leaves behind the drag marks. So pretty interesting. We were just all joking about, finally made it here. Tea Kettle Junction, we've been hearing about it for, I don't know, years. Pretty anticlimactic. They tore down all the old ones, and the oldest thing here is maybe a year old at the most. So here it is, and we're going. We just got to this volcanic crater. I forget the name, I'll have to ask Johnny. We're gonna air up, it's late, it's after 6, we've been driving all day. So we're gonna find a campground, and then we're gonna come back here tomorrow morning and hike the edge, and probably hike down to the bottom of this thing. It looks really cool. It's like hard to even comprehend with your eyes, like how big and deep this crater is. So get aired up, and get to camp. All right, just pulled into camp. A couple days of off-roading so far, so I'm ready for a shower. Brent's kit hooked me up with the hyper heater, so I'm gonna put this thing to the test for the first time, grab a shower, and then cook some dinner. Hot water already within 30 seconds.
Hey, what's up guys? We're on night 2 of camping in Death Valley and we're in beautiful Mesquite Campground. We settled for a pretty decent camp spot because we're trying to reset and it's about halfway through our camp trip. Got a nice level surface, we got bathrooms, we're cooking up some steak right now. This guy's getting lucky and he's getting some extra fat trims, so he's stoked. Justine made some asparagus and some mashed potatoes that are ready to go. Yeah, just very blessed and thankful to be out here with Tyler and Kenny and happy for a nice hot meal. So it's been a great day though.
We're making a beef and broccoli stir fry tonight. So I cut up some red bell pepper, some garlic, some broccoli, and then we're gonna top it with some sesame seeds, some red pepper flakes, and some green onion. Oh yeah, and also I made this at home. It's like a soy sauce and ginger and some arrowroot powder.
We got garlic, ground beef, broccoli, and this sauce in there.
I'm gonna add the bell peppers in a minute.
Hey, good morning. It's been pretty windy, so we've been hanging out inside the GFC making coffee. Had some yogurt for breakfast. Need to do the dishes real quick from last night, and then we're gonna get over to that crater that I showed you yesterday and start that hike. We'll get back on the trail for the rest of the day. It's a steep hill.
It's steep and the surface is not easy to walk on.
But it's like beach sand. But here we are at the crater, and we're gonna walk the rim of it all the way around, and then at some point go down to the bottom. So we're parked way down there, and then 27 miles down through this valley and out that way is where Race Track Playa was yesterday, Tea Kettle Junction, and Lippincott. Trying to get a little bit of exercise in after sitting in the truck for 2 days off and on, running the edge of this. Just finished doing the hike around the rim of this crater. There's actually
Multiple up that way. There's like 2 smaller ones over there.
2 smaller ones, so we hiked the edge of those as well. We were going to go down to the bottom, but it's about 11 a.m. and we want to get on the road towards Stovepipe and eventually Trona Pinnacles. So we'll save the hike to the bottom for next time.
Yeah, give us something to look forward to.
Yeah, we'll be back doing something else in this area. So let's get on the road. Just made it to Stovepipe Wells. Truck was completely empty. Johnny's truck was completely empty. It said like 1 mile left and we had 3 miles to go. So we just got in here. We had to put in like 120 bucks worth of fuel to fill that thing up. So either way, excited to have fuel back in the truck. And we're gonna check out the little general store here and then continue on. We just got off the highway. We're in Ballarat. Never been here, a little ghost town. Got the jail and morgue. 1898 apparently, according to the sign. So Johnny's got a route mapped out from here over towards Trona. Oh, creeper here behind the corner. So pretty cool little area. It's got like a trading post and cool old vehicles, but other than that, quick little stop on our way to Trona. Well, that route didn't quite work out. We were trying to go from Ballarat to Trona, all on dirt trail, but we ended up running into the China lake bed, like naval weapons area. We backtracked out to Ballarat again, came the highway around Trona. I know there is one other pass that comes across, but we've already done that before. So we just hit the highway, came over to Trona Pinnacles, We're set up here. Got here maybe an hour ago. Amazing weather, no wind. It's like in the 70s. The sun's about to set over here, so perfect way to end this trip. Kimmy just reminded me that Trona was the first place that we came camping with our GFC when we got it a couple years ago. So that's pertinent because we're actually selling the GFC. It's sold already to a great guy. He's coming to get it in a couple weeks, and then we'll be moving on to something else. That's in the works, so please subscribe, and that way you can follow along with that. The truck is staying. I love the truck. The GFC was great as well. I love the GFC. We're just switching gears, trying something different. The next video that I'm going to be posting after this Death Valley trip will be all about the new camper, the install process, and our first couple nights of camping with that thing. We're both really excited about it. There'll be a lot of trips in the future, and look forward to bringing that to you. Time for some dinner. Mexican shredded chicken tacos. We pre-made all this at home, and we're just warming it up, adding some sauce to it. And then we'll do tortillas, sour cream, avocado, salsa. Simple one to end the trip. Gonna wrap up this trip. The weather is unbelievable. Zero wind. It's like 60 degrees this morning. Awesome wrap to our period of time with the GFC. We are really excited and look forward to the new camper. Thanks for coming along on this trip with us. Please subscribe so you see what we're doing in the future here in just a few weeks, and we'll see you on the next one.